Welcome, Gigi's, to Kevjet, the podcast.
Hi,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Hello, lovely ladies.
Good
Hello.
evening.
I have been so excited to record this episode. I've been waiting for so long. We've changed the dates several times, but we're live on the air.
Wow.
Well, we've talked about it long enough of doing something together. We didn't really talk about this, but it's fabulous. So I'm excited too.
Yeah, fame at last.
We are missing Maureen from the GGs tonight. She couldn't attend the recording. She sent us a lovely text message in the GG WhatsApp group, and she supports us always. So we're sending out love to Maureen. We love you.
Love
the
you,
best.
Maureen.
Cheers, Maureen.
Cheers, Maureen.
I know what that means.
We're
Yeah,
going
deja
there.
vu.
Yes.
That's David.
But it's actually very similar to how we all met.
Oh, wow.
Because I discovered a venue called Molly Moggs and went there and had a really fun night and said to these lovely ladies, come on, let's give it a go. And we did. And then Golden Girls then just developed from that.
Definitely. And
the
it was
wonderful
epic.
Kevin from Canada.
It's been epic ever since.
Well, the pub is probably the smallest pub in London. It's absolutely so tight inside. You could barely move, but we were there having a great time. And Maureen, I think, had gone to the bar or wandered off somewhere and then bumped into you. And then brought you over to us. And just, that was it. That was the introduction. And then that was the beginning of it all. And I don't know how you felt about meeting us women. I think we're quite a lively bunch when we're together. We're very fun. We like to have a good banter and joke and a good dance. So yeah, we're not shy and retiring when we're all together, but
That's for sure.
Neither are you, Kevin, we found out. So, you know, we fitted quite well. Remember that?
I do remember the meeting, and I remember once we met you, and after a few drinks in, I'm sure we ended up going on to yet another bar. One bar is never enough for us. Any night we go out, we always have to go on to somewhere else. We always have a great time.
Well, like the Queen said, recollections may vary. But to have the tiniest pub, but to have the largest crowd, it was like an arena. And this guy walks in, and I don't know how very quickly it happened. Maureen's talking to them. They're discovering that they're born on a different year, but on the same date. And before we know it, Kevin and his friend are in our group, and we're chatting and we're finding out different things about each other. Was it that night that we discovered we were actually the Golden Girls?
I don't know, to be honest. I think
What's your recollection?
it's very vague. I do remember.
But what I like about the end of our evenings is they continue when we get home with the text messages. Everyone get home fine, yeah. And then, oh my God, what did this happen?
Yeah.
This happened.
Yeah.
We talk about the evening then in the text, so it goes on even when we've sort of all got home and maybe in our beds.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the videos come through.
Oh dear, that's the
yes.
embarrassment. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, they do, Kevin, don't they?
They do.
Lampposts.
You're
yes.
the selfie person. You're the video queen. You were the gift that kept on giving.
Yeah, no one else has come into our group like you have.
Really?
Definitely.
Isn't that
Definitely.
strange, though?
It is. Because we
It
have
is.
chats to all sorts of people on all sorts of nights.
Yeah,
When you're
taking
there,
numbers.
but you're the only constant that's been in our group.
Yeah.
Are we allowing him in now, do you think? Do you think he's
Well,
been here long
I
enough?
was just going to say, I think I
You've
did
done
mention
10 years initiation.
Yeah.
I just realized how fun you guys were, just out to have fun and like let everything go and just enjoy your time together, enjoy the moment, and just dance like nobody's watching, even though everybody in the room was watching us because we were the entertainment, but it didn't matter. And I think that's what I love about the group that we have now, because
Absolute snap.
it's such a great friendship group, but at the same time, when we're together, it's a bit like therapy. I
Yeah.
think it, like, for me it is, because you can talk about whatever you want and you're never
Absolutely.
judged. And if you are
Yeah.
judged, we say it to each other's faces.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
there's no pretense.
Well,
And
we have a debate about it, you know, we
Yeah.
discuss that. So when you said earlier, Kevin, in your introduction, that we're all there for each other and in times of like that. We've been so many times, you know, we've gone to Sheila and we've visited Caroline, you know, given
my
her-
favorite, I have to
out
say,
of London.
my favorite bit at Sheila's house.
What was it?
And I'm going to be careful
Are you
what
going to
I
talk
bring up.
about this, Kev?
No, we're going there. We're going there. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know this is coming up.
Well,
Oh my God, I got photos of that. Stop it. You're
I've
going
got
to
a sore
reveal-
hip
Are
from
you
that.
actually going to reveal this? My ass was somewhere it shouldn't have been.
Oh dear.
And one thing that we'd love to do is go away for a weekend. We have a big fan of a cruise.
So that's
Oh,
one of my questions.
The
Do you
cruise.
guys see a Golden Girls big adventure in the future? And
I
what
would
does it
love
look
it.
like for
I
you?
would love it.
Cruise,
Yes.
the cruise.
I see it, but I don't see a cruise. I'd like to start off
She will start.
not Highbury.
Not in bloody. No, not
yeah,
local.
all right,
Not
all
on your
right,
doorstep.
Caroline.
Come on.
In the Isle of Sheppey.
Not in the famous cop. That's
in
not where we
in the Isle of Sheppey. But no, I think out of London first. We've you know, evolved in the WhatsApp group. I mean, it's not about, oh, I was out last night in pictures. It's about, you know, sometimes some of us want advice.
Yeah.
You think,
Yeah,
what do you think?
definitely.
You know, what do you think, Maureen? What do you think, Caroline?
Yeah.
You know, what can you share with me? You know, we're about sharing, and we really have each other's best interests at heart.
Definitely, yeah. I know for me it's maybe
know the
family
other-
concerns, you know, anything like that, you know, you don't know what to do next. You're just looking for some advice from people who are in the same position as you. You've all got children and grandchildren. It's just nice to have everyone to talk to and to, you know, bounce ideas off and get some advice from. Yeah.
You know, we all have something to give.
It was like you were, like overnight, you were just one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
I
no
don't know how
growing-
you did it.
There was no growing pains.
No.
It just fitted, didn't it? Like a glove.
No.
I like
and-
the different perspective that Kevin gives to our relationships. We are 4 women of a certain age. Kevin's totally different. And when we speak to him, we get a whole new perspective on any problems we get. He gives different types of answers. He makes us look at things in a different way. And I like that. That's what I appreciate with Kevin.
about.
But it's amazing, Kevin, when, you know, we've been invited to probably your gig because of your neighborhood and how you all get on, and you do the party thing and all that. But when we arrive, when we walk in, there's such a big reception for the
We
Golden
are
Girls.
celebrities. Hey, listen.
It
there-
feels
we're-
like that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think, Caroline?
I do, and I think, what is the fuss? Why are they all staring? You know, I don't like people staring at me. The best of them.
Yeah.
They're all very happy to meet us. I know that much. So
100%.
it's all good.
Yeah,
And-
it feels like on that evening or whatever it is that you know, when we turn up, they've been waiting to see, particularly people who haven't met us before.
Yeah, I mean, we met your mum when she's come as well, so it's just nice not just seeing them on FaceTime. When they come over and we see them, it's lovely to meet your family as well.
That actually picked up more hype than anything else in our story.
Ooh.
So everybody was
It sounds like a
interested.
trip to Canada to me, ladies. I think the main thing to me, the most I've got out of being in this group has been during our COVID times. I think that really got me through COVID. We had regular Zoom calls. We used to get our drinks ready. And even my neighbours, I would be in the house by myself when it was a total lockdown. And we all had Whitney Houston playing, and they could hear me next door singing along to "Oh, I Want to Dance with Somebody." And my neighbours said to me, they thought I was having a party because it was just so loud and we were so raucous, although we were all living in different parts of London at the time. It definitely got me through living alone during COVID, just having our regular meetings, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Ah, that's a lovely
That's
one.
an amazing memory. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But I think I needed to see people that I knew and cared about, and
Oh.
We all had our drinks in our hand. We just kept topping them up, and it just got more and more raucous.
I liked it when we all met up recently. We tried out this new bar restaurant, Brazilian it happened to be, and you all come from various, Caroline, you come all the way down from Southend. It's
Yeah.
an easy journey,
Mm.
easier for me. I live in Islington and Breda and Morin, and Kevin, you came as well, because we hadn't been together for such a long time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's just like, we're like an old pair of slippers. We just
Yeah.
fit in, and everyone does their thing, the banter, and, you know, Breda here does a bit, getting on stage with the microphone and drawing.
Yeah.
Everything. It was just so warm and embracing. Yeah, so I remember that, but definitely ditto, Caroline, to what you
Yeah,
said.
I never wanted it to end. That's the trouble. I have to come home and leave you in the middle. We've got to start our meetings at like 11 o'clock in the morning, people.
We do.
So I can have the whole day with you, because an evening's just
Yeah.
not long enough.
I see we have a guest trying to join the group.
I wonder who that
Who could
Who
it
is it?
be?
It's
Oh,
never
she's
mind
connecting
that.
to
It's
sound.
Nancy Regan. Nancy Regan. I can't believe it. I just listened to your podcast with Kevin and Nick.
It is such a just joy to meet you. Oh my gosh. The moment Kevin told me about you, I was like, I want to be a Golden Girl. I don't care what it takes. I
I'm
don't care
not
what
sure
kind
if
of
you've got the. I'm not
initiation,
sure.
what cost.
I can't believe it. I'm so honored. What a lovely surprise.
That's a typical Kevin.
It's lovely to meet you. Yeah, great.
Surprises.
Any friend of Kevjet is going to be full of surprises and,
Oh.
you know, full of trouble probably too. I anticipate that's true of all of you. It's like Kevjet is a Canadian Love Map spinoff.
Yeah.
Because I
Yes,
believe
it is.
it
That's
was
so true. Yeah.
and now, yeah, I've never had a spinoff before.
Ooh.
I've interviewed Oprah and Kevjet, so I
Oh,
figure
well.
I'm done.
Hey,
I'm
that's it,
checking
yeah.
out. I'm retiring.
Well, do you know what, Kevin? It's an absolute honor to be part of this and to be part of your first ever Kevjet launch. And can't wish you enough luck, best of luck with it. And I'm sure you'll be very successful, and people will be very interested in the guests that you invite along.
Thank you. And you guys are my first guests.
Well,
Thank you.
It's been a good reflection, actually, because sometimes you not take for granted, but you forget, like conversations that we've had here tonight. You just remember how we met, you know, how much we give to one another, how much we're there for one another on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes you just forget those things, but it's been a very sort of good reflection in remembering all of that again.
Yeah.
And I look forward to sharing it with you and sharing it with everybody who's so curious about who the Golden Girls are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you guys
Okay.
very much.
Thank you,
very
Kevin.
much.
Thank you, Kev.
Bye.
Bye-bye.